Welcome back. This is chemistry question 41 from IMAT 2015 past paper. So I'll be solving this question. It says 0.75 grams of hydrocarbon compound contains 0.6 gram of carbon. So which one of the following could be the molecular formula of hydrocarbon compound? So we're asked to find out the molecular formula for this specific compound hydrocarbons. So we're given with the mass of hydrocarbon compound, and the mass of single element, which is carbon, and the atomic masses. So with this given data, the only way to find out the molecular formula is using the empirical formula method. Empirical formula. So this is basically the simplest ratio. So the simplest ratio of a compound. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we need to know that in a hydrocarbon, the main elements is in a hydrocarbon. So in a hydrocarbon compound, the main elements is the carbon and the hydrogen. So these are the main uh, elements. So for the carbon, we're given with 0.6 gram mass. So we know for empirical formula, we just basically have the table like this. So this one, going to draw this table real quick. So in this empirical formula method, we're going to use one main formula, which is basically the moles is equal to mass by the air, which is the most basic formula we're going to apply here. So drawing this column for separate element, which is carbon and hydrogen. So we have carbon and hydrogen. So we'll have the mass over here, the air, the atomic mass, and the moles, and we'll have the simplest ratio. So we're given with the mass of the carbon only. So to find the mass of hydrogen, just we're going to subtract the mass of the hydrocarbon 0.75 from 0.6 grams. So this will give us 0.15 grams of hydrogen. So now we have the mass of hydrogen. So we're going to simply divide by the atomic mass. So the given atomic mass is the 12 grams per mole, and for hydrogen it's 1 gram per mole. So we'll divide 0.6 divided by 12. So this will give us 0.05 moles, and for the hydrogen it's simply going to be 0.5 grams, 0.15 grams. So we can now divide the number by the smallest number. So we know the smallest number is 0.05. So we're going to divide both sides by 0.05. So this will give us 1, and 0.15 divided by 0.05 will give us 3. So now from this, our empirical formula for this compounds, their given masses is C1, 1 carbon, and 3 hydrogens. So now we're going to look in the options. So it seems we do not have any options that display this answer. So what we're going to simply do is just increase by factor 2. And so we get 2 carbons and 6 hydrogens multiplied by 2, 6 hydrogens. So now we'll look for the option. So it's option C, which is 2 carbons and 6 hydrogens, which is the most likely the molecular formula of this hydrocarbon. So that's how we solve this question. I hope you find this video helpful. So please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Bye.